live. And you're live. Welcome.
Are we?
We are, truly. Well, it says the meeting is going and the thingy says, and you guys out there, let us know if everything is working correctly because Natalie is on location. So we got new variables today. Welcome to Secret Time. I'm Tara and that is Natalie. And this is our live stream where we give you guys the inside, behind the scenes look at our lives, the channel, what we're doing. And we are always doing something, it seems like. What meeting? This meeting. This is a meeting. Did you not bring your power?
The meeting. It's a stripes meeting. It's a meeting of the striped shirts.
Oh, that's right. David, we expect a full presentation on stripes and their importance to our world.
Society.
Yeah.
Stripes and the importance of society and the benefits of the size of stripe.
All right. So how we normally start this sucker is that we like for you guys to say hello in the chat so that we know who we're talking to. It's way more fun for us. Today, I'm going to read the hellos off because Nellie's actually streaming.
I can do it.
You can? Oh,
yeah, I got a computer also.
Oh, I don't know why I was like.
I don't have access to my phone. I have access to my computer.
Okay. No, Natalie then will take her usual role of reading off the handles. Say hi. If you're new, please say hi. Don't just hang out in the back. We want to know who we're talking to. It makes it way more fun to do this stuff. All right, hit it, guys.
I'm going to do this between my stolen Apple Jacks. Hello, David Faith. How are you today? Scent of a wheelchair pillow. Hello. I'm gonna figure out how to change that name and like
we're gonna shorten it or something. We're gonna call
honor it, but not say it. Lido Keaton, howdy do. Ed Keaton, how are you? Blair has work stuff, might be late, but was also already here. So I'm confused. But hi, Blair. Derek Ward, hello.
Ooh.
Jack Boots, aka Grumpy Garden Gnome is here. Hello. Unitless Constance. Hi. Lockpicking Engineer, howdy do. Melinda R is here. Hi. Desiree Gonzalez, how are you? Logan Brown and David Cruiser, how you doing? Clayton Gordon, hi. David A, hi. And Debbie Lehrman, hello. It's a little bit quieter in the chat today. Oh shoot.
Yeah. We're all feeling the effects of a long year already.
Hi, Hubert.
All right, let's start this party with a little bit of business time. Tomorrow we will not have a video coming out. No video tomorrow. Don't worry, we're still alive. Everything's fine. There's just not a video tomorrow. So pass it along to those who don't show up for this thing. We will have an episode coming out tomorrow.
No.
I'm not going to say what.
You just said we're not having an episode tomorrow. We are having an episode tomorrow. We are not having an episode tomorrow. We have one next week.
Sorry. We are having an episode next week. Because I read the wrong line as I was trying to say that. We'll have an episode next week. It's up in the air what it's going to be exactly. We have two options basically at this point. A video that's pretty much ready to go, but a video that if we put it in the can and get it done quickly, more topical and interesting. Anyway, so we'll have that coming out next week. Also, super important to know there will not be a Shush to Secret Time next week. We are going to be traveling to Gig Harbor. Too many complications.
We will be on a plane.
We'll be on a plane. However, all of next weekend, you're going to get way more of us than you ever even wanted. We're going to be coming at you from the Gig Harbor Film Festival. We're doing a little bit of a social media takeover for them. So there's going to be a lot of stuff coming out. We are going to do our best college try to live stream from there as well. Don't know how that will go. Just like last year, I had to just go randomly. So like, if you see us, join us. If you see something, say something. Thank you. So there's gonna be a lot of stuff coming up. So just to give you all like a pre-warning, like starting next Thursday up into Sunday, we're going to be having lots of content coming out, lots of links and videos and stuff. So check them out. Anytime that you can chime in and say something, say hi, whatever, it does help us look good to the festival.
Yeah, make sure you're following Gig Harbor Film Festival over on Instagram and on Facebook, because I think we're going to be trying to take over their shtish.
We're doing some takeover stuff. So yeah, hang out for that stuff. It's going to be really fun. So there'll be such a glut of content. You won't even realize that you missed shush shush. That's not true, because half of shush shush is you guys don't even talk to us. You talk to each other, and then we just kind of chime in y'all's conversation about whatever it is that you're talking about today. Welcome, Derek Ward. Shush shush and a plane would be awesome. But Iron Man the Power. Welcome, Iron Man the Power. I didn't recognize that handle. Do you recognize that?
And Pierre Kelly just walked in as well. Hello. Yes, but not as often.
Oh, okay. Welcome, Iron Man. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for taking time out of your very busy corporate schedule to hang out with us. Let's see what else. No shush, no video this week.
I need to eat.
Next week, speaking of film festivals, so next week is going to be the Gig Harbor Film Festival. So if you are anywhere in the Washington area, want to come see Social Anxiety and say hi to us, we will be there at Gig Harbor. Got information about screening time and links for all that below, as well as Catalina Film Festival. We are in that one this next weekend as well. Information links below. We won't be there at that one, obviously. Our actor Nate will be there representing the film for us, so that's very exciting. If you go and want to say hi to Nate, just tell him we sent you, and he might be less uncomfortable.
He's fun. He's also, Nathan has done a couple of our drinking games. He did one of the Zoom ones too, and I'm trying to remember which one now. I think he did Elf when we did it at Zoom.
That makes sense. Right. Yeah. Ghostbusters?
I don't think so. I think Isaac was in that one.
Yeah, he is probably one of the sweetest human beings on the planet. He's so sweet. And his dad literally is Geppetto. Like he showed me, he's like talking about his dad being a woodworker, and he makes toys for all the kids in their little small town that he's from, and like all this stuff. And I was like, oh, that's so great. And then he eventually shows me a picture of his dad, literally looks like Geppetto. I was like, your dad is Geppetto. You are, by all counts, Pinocchio. You realize that, right? And
he's a real boy.
Real boy. And he's the sweetest human being. I want to say he's from Kansas. He is just the sweetest human being on the planet.
Sounds like Kansas. Yes, we are going to try to we are making a video while we are traveling to Gig Harbor. The first time in a while we've gotten to do a tandem festival video. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been.
See if we still remember how to do it.
The schedule. Natalie sends me emails us. I saw the email and like I was like, I had to go to work. I saw them. I was like, shit, I can't look at this yet. And
so we got reached out to by Pamela Holt, who runs the Gig Harbor Film Festival, and asked if we would be willing to do some of the Q&As after the screenings. But I had already gone through here. I can show you this. I had already gone through and I had finished our schedule for I had gone through and I had like filled in every inch of time. Well, it started because Christine, I think that's her name. The producer from Kristen.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
Had one of the girls from Shuttlecock and from Freya, these amazing Canadian filmmakers that we know. She reached out and said that she had her film and then Rona's film were also both in the festival. So I like figured out how we could go to each of those. And then I was like looking through the rest of the screen and I was like, oh my gosh, we have to go to Ash's, obviously. And then I was like, oh my gosh, we have to go to Derek's, obviously. And so I went through and I figured out when we could squeeze those in and not interfere with and also do interviews. And also, so I had plot out the entire thing. So I sent Tara this email that was,
it was amazing.
But it was also, I know, overwhelming. I was like, you don't have to do all of this. Cause it was like, I could imagine looking at it and going, when am I going to breathe?
Having it spelled out for me just goes great. I don't have to worry. Like, I know where I need to be. Even if it's jam packed in a tight schedule, like that's great. As long as I know where I need to be, like I can do that. Let's go do that. But like, it was also looking at it on my phone. I'm like, I need to respond to you right now because you need information. But like, I don't know how to do this in a way that doesn't make it fucking worse.
Right. No, that was great. The way you did it was great. But then also what I didn't, because should have been a phone conversation. Like I didn't tell you like, oh, there's a reason we're going to these is because they don't interfere with getting to our screening on time, you know? Anyway.
I kind of like switch back and forth on my phone. I'm sitting in a liquor shed while I'm like sitting here cross, like look at the schedule, look at the possibilities, go back. We're in our screenings, go back. Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, we're going to end up doing Q&As for it's a film festival. And it's not something that I normally would say yes to, but it happens to be very similar to what I'm fake doing here. Like the acting role I have where I'm improvising as a reporter doing Q&As with screen, and I was like, oh, I can do that. But once I'm doing it, I don't know how happy I'm going to be about it. Golden summer test.
What?
I did golden summer test. I did have a comment of the week. I forgot it. I can't get to it. It's in my phone. It was someone's. It was summer test comment about going and doing his color palette and finding out what is something metallic. He's like heavy metallics or something.
Oh my God. Go find your own comment and put it up there for comment of the week, please and thank you.
I can't get it in my phone.
You have to do legwork to get your comment of the week credit.
Oh my gosh. I'd forgotten about that until he walked in his golden summer test.
That is hysterical. Yeah. So the run up to next week.
Dramatic metallic was what it was, which is fantastic.
That's amazing.
Dramatic metallic.
The airplane scenes. Desiree, I don't know if we're going to film the airplane scenes. I think we're mostly going to be filming the festival stuff.
The airplane scenes. Oh.
Yeah, she's thinking it's a travel vlog, like our old school travel vlog.
No, this is
those
a festival vlog
for us. Like I know some people like them, but like we stopped doing them. This is baseball talk. We loved doing them, but like after a bit, they just don't. For our channel, for what we do, they don't do as well. So we just kind of like, we're putting all this effort in, and no one watches.
That's not why we stopped. We stopped traveling. We stopped traveling to new places.
Oh, I remember having a conversation about travel.
No, they don't do well, but it's still, so we're not planning them, but like I would definitely, if we were still traveling to places like, because we've been to Gig Harbor, we can't do a Gig Harbor one,
right?
But like if we were traveling someplace new together, I would still have us. Well, actually, our discussion was that we weren't going to do like the vlog the same way. We were going to find a thing to do there that was local to the
instead of like a whole thing, we're going to do a thing. Instead
not
of
like our Iowa adventure.
Miami did that to us.
When Miami did it, it was Miami's fault.
Miami, we're like, we have to have a powwow about this.
Miami did it. Well, we had just done like 3 days of Yellowstone, and it did not perform well at all. But we still got to go to Yellowstone.
Yeah, we
the amount of effort.
Yeah, it was. I feel like everyone else, the pandemic is what did them in. Miami is what did me. I'm still recovering from Miami.
I'm still recovering from Miami. That's a shirt. I'm still recovering from Miami.
I'm still working on it. Oh my goodness.
Was that 2021?
Yeah.
Because it was after the shutdown, right?
It was after the shutdown. I know I was divorced by then. And yeah, it was after Yellowstone. It was all 2021. Those years really bleed together, and I have to think of like specific pinpoint moments. Be like, okay, I know where that was in the timeline, because I can't keep track anymore.
No, okay. So I'm going to caveat or like clarify with the videos not doing well. Like they perform well with you guys. Like you guys like them, and they seem to do well, and we like making them, but no one else watches them. They don't get seen by anybody else on the internet. Like the bear episode is getting its own, like it gets, people are watching it, but only our diehards ever watch the travel ones. We're just not, that's not our lane.
If we were traveling. Well, they're in a more baseball conversation. Like when you are a channel that's a specific thing and you're known for that thing, people show up for that.
Yeah.
So for a travel vlog channel and building a travel vlog thing, then it would blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? No,
we don't even know how to do the SEO on that. Like we can't do the back, like the tags on it are completely different than we understand.
No. You are divorced. Yes, Stephen. Specific alone? Yes.
Pacific. It's your Pacific Standard Time alone.
Oh.
No, that's an old thing.
Well, I was here somewhere doing something. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're not a travel champ. They're fun to make. They're super easy to make, actually. Like once it's past the first, once I emotionally get past having to sit down to edit, because they're a beast. It's like,
yeah, there's so much footage, and
there's like, and then I emotionally get past putting it all on the timeline and trimming it down. Then they're super fun to do. But the emotional run up to those is a little harder than like snack videos. The emotional run up to the snack videos is never as hard. Like I'm always like, yeah, whatever, 15-minute snack video, I got this, no big deal.
Right. Like, see, I would have us do an Ojai one if it weren't for the fact that we don't have time.
Yeah. Oh,
because that's the other thing, is what we would always do is tack on the end of a trip another day to go just explore or whatever. And Ojai, we just don't have extra days right now. You know, not if we want to film this sketch.
Well, also like, well, I'm in this position now too, where like I gotta get gone and get back. Like I need to leave the exact amount of time I need to be gone and get back so that I can go back to work. I'm just in this like you gotta work phase.
Mm-hmm.
Bikini in the snow. I'll go show me bikini in the snow. So just kept that.
Recently, is that why you was that Desiree commented recently? Was rest in peace, Bronco. We knew you well.
Oh, that's true.
That popped up. Yeah.
No worries, Shannon West. Welcome to the party. It's good to see you.
Shannon.
Hello, welcome. Okay, let's go. Dun, 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 dun,
Is that your football music?
Football code.
You know, I mean, there's a bunch of different football songs out there, and I think that's like a combination of all of them.
It's like what if you had to get me to explain football to you, that's about what it would sound like.
You know what? There was someone on TikTok or Instagram or whatever had made up dances to all the, and it was the guy, was it the guy who played not Smalls. It was one of the actors from Sandlot, I think. Anyway, so he and two friends like dancing, they made up dances to all the intros to the football things. And I've always thought there's one of them that sounds just like some Christmas song. Like it's going to go right into it, and you can they blend together seamlessly. But as I was listening to him, I'm like, kind of all of these have like Christmas theme, like there's parts of these that like all could slide into a different Christmas song. Anyway, football corner. I mean, the Goats corner, that's we had a great start to our season.
So good.
So happy.
We're right in the right place for an epic,
come from behind.
Yeah.
We did well, except for we played against Tyreek Hill, who had 33 points. And then our quarterback, Josh Allen, I don't know what happened. That's like the one game I didn't get to watch. And he threw 3 interceptions and had 2 fumbles. And I'm like, I don't know what happened. That is not how that quarterback plays. So I'm hoping it was a fluke. Did anybody see that? What happened to Josh Allen? Thank you, Gilbert. What was that?
Yeah, can anybody out there please help us and report what they saw on the games? I need to watch anything because my access, my hookup with the YouTube live or whatever it's called, golden ticket, blah blah blah. I haven't got that worked out yet. So, and then I'm supposed to be working Sunday nights and Monday nights specifically so I can watch the game. That scheduled me so that I could be a part of football, and it didn't. For whatever reason, it didn't work out this last week.
Justin was playing Jason C. Brown, and the Lemurs were like winning that game, no problem. Everything is in the it was like they were winning, and at one point in time, like Justin's running back and one of our wide receivers were both in the same game or something, and I was like, throw it to so and so, and I was like, I'm sorry, Justin, you don't even need any more points. I need these points, But then Jason C. Brown had the Cowboys defense, and they had 48 points on their own, which doesn't happen I mean, we had ours had 24, which was actually that's a really good number for a defense to put up. Like, but 48, like Jason texted that to us and I said, that's not how football works. Like, that's not like what is happening in this game that did the defense score all of the points? Like we're all, was that the same game that Allen was in? Was that where did the 3 interceptions happen? Because that was not.
Yeah. I take it you didn't have Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback.
Aaron Rodgers went out on the first play, Tara.
Wow.
With an Achilles injury. I don't know. I haven't heard more than that. Like, yeah. And I think it was faked. I'm not going to lie. I think he took a dive. I think someone paid him. It didn't look, no, not really.
Huh?
I don't know. I mean, I watched it. I was like, there's no way that just happened. Remember me in your acceptance speeches during the film festival's award ceremony. Actually, first of all, thank you, Golden Summer Test. But actually, we have an announcement that we got nominated for best comedy short at the Catalina Film Festival, which is awesome.
Which is funny because there's like so we're going to gig and so Good Grief and Social Anxiety are both at gig, but Ash is going to go to Catalina. And so I was telling so I'm going to represent Good Grief at Gig Harbor. Ash is gonna, I told Ash, if we win, go accept our award for us.
Unless Nate's there.
Unless Nate's there. Yeah, absolutely.
But I don't think he's going to the awards thing. Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think he is.
No.
I'll give him the heads up, but I don't think he is. But anyways, maybe there's like this, minor chance that Good Grief wins something at gig. So like, what if we're like accepting each other's awards?
That would be fun, especially since we did the one for joining Call before too. So like we just do this thing where we'll just keep bouncing around and accepting each other's awards.
Never accept our own awards. We always accept for each other.
Right? Yeah.
Oh my God. That was fun. That was really, I want to find that video again of me just like butchering the acceptance speech.
That's all acceptance speeches. They're all butchered.
Yeah.
If you prepared, then there's no way you're going to win.
Right. Exactly. No way. Unless it's the Oscars. And then if they're butchering, it's because they're acting. Anyways, just kidding. American football was a great idea around 1900 to make. That's why politicians advocate to make a strong soldier. Oh, that's kind of fun. Joining call was fun. Yeah, I like joining call. I was thinking about it the other day. It's one I haven't thought about in a bit. Like I was cleaning out my phone again, and I still keep some of the old screen test pictures because I was like, I look good.
Oh, fun.
That's right. Joining call. I remember these. Yeah, it was like the outfit I didn't wind up going with, but I still really like the photos from the thingy. All right, so this next week for fantasy football, did we set our lineup? I don't remember where we left off with that.
Yeah, our lineup's set. There's a couple like question marks in there because Brian Robinson Jr. is like he's projected at so everything that they want us to optimize, I'm like, it says this guy's going to get 10 points and this guy's going to get 10.8 points. And I'm like, that's not close enough. So I left Aguilar in because Aguilar had 20 points this last week and the team he's going up against is weaker against the position than Brian Robinson Thomas. But Brian is actually the better on paper. So he may end up blowing up on our bench. But last week, Aguilar blew up on our bench. So and then I looked at Moody. You're talking about picking up Moody, the kicker. For the season, he's not supposed to do better than Dicker. And this week, he's supposed to do 1 point better. So I was like, I'm going to not.
I was like, kind of like look at it and like, do some homework and some be a part of the team.
Also, it's really fun to say Dicker the kicker.
Well, that was my other thing. I was like, but I really like and I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just looking at numbers and like, I don't really like, I'm pulling from like, I think this is what I know about that team, but like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
Right. So we have AJ Dillon, who's probably a bust, but we're going to give him 1 more week. So we probably want to pick up.
Uh-oh. What's happening here? Was it me? Is it the internet? What's going on? Hold, please. Ba, 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 ba. It's Nat. Oh man, boo. Okay, all right. Well, it's just gonna be me for a bit and we'll see if we can get her back in here. Hold on, let me set my screen up so that like if she comes back in, I can let her in and then we'll just chat for a bit. New window. Give me 1 second, kiddos. And let me go to the live control room. Do, 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 do. Ba, 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 ba. Bum. You get to see the exciting endeavor of terror on the internet. The Terror Show. That's right. The Terror Show. Going to the live control room. This is actually what it's like when I'm working by myself. I talk to myself a lot and sing. Okay. All right. Cool beats. All right. Just us. That's fine. We'll hopefully she'll get back in here and I can get her admitted back in. So welcome to the Terror Show. All right, so football season, yeah, I'm still trying to catch up on like how football works again. I'm trying to remember even like what a football game means and what teams are good and stuff. So I'm trying, and also just things have been so chaotically busy. I don't know how or why, but life feels like it just keeps coming at me. Welcome Peccabill, welcome Ryan. Hey, welcome. We just lost Natalie, but hopefully she's coming back in soon. I'm trying to keep an eye on the meeting so we can get her back in here. See if she's texted me. Not yet. Don't draft Aaron Rodgers. Got it, Blair. Thank you. Excellent to know. I should write that down because I'm gonna forget that name. Okay. Don't see. Here we go. She's back in. Maybe. Give her a sec. You are on the clock. There we go. Hello. Sure, audio is connecting, folks. We're almost back there.
Weird.
Yeah, what happened?
The internet just went out at the house.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And so it goes.
I don't know. So I'm not on the computer at all now. I don't know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Derek,
Suddenly just went away.
Yeah. I mean, I figured as much. Like, yeah, you're in a place that's, not yours, where the internet is not yours.
But yeah, it's weird because like now there's just no internet. And so I don't know what happened. Whatever.
Well, you're here, you're back now. You're good. Yeah, I have a slew of canvases that you guys can't really, just piles of canvases over here on the side for artwork that I've yet to actually make. I'll get there eventually with the hobbies and the doing of the things. Summer Test says that he'll join the Zoom in case.
In my stead.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, so I have no chat or anything.
Okay, no worries. I'll read the chat. I got you.
I'm trying to get it to turn back on, but I don't know what happened.
And so it goes. Yeah, this is the thing with traveling. You just never know what's gonna happen. A horse mask. Very fair. Very funny. Natalie, break the internet. Natalie and Natalie break the internet merch, says David. Hilarious. So you're we haven't got to talk at all about because you and I have talked, but they don't know about your adventures in Dubuque right now, filming.
Yeah.
What can you share with us? I know you're
I don't really know what I'm allowed to share. I'm here filming a pilot called Fine Flick Film Festival. It is a The Office kind of documentary style pilot about a fake film festival. And I'm playing a local reporter, but I have been doing improv interviews with people in character all week. Like, so as the reporter and there as their character. And like, it's just been kind of a little bit of chaos and like, nobody really knew what was going on. And like the very first person who had to do theirs was like, wait, am I me? Because like on the call sheet, it said behind the scenes interviews. And so everybody thought they were doing behind the scenes interviews.
Yeah.
No, it's behind the scenes interviews of the film festival. Yeah, and so like, but I also, this fun thing that I'm doing, whether I'm really supposed to I think I could tell this. I don't know. What I did was they had like 2 PAs play filmmakers, and like I interviewed them, and I did this thing where I was like, I made a long list of fake movie titles. And, and I was like, here, and I had like, well, first I had like a list of like 10. And so I read them off to these guys and I said, pick one, and I was like, tell me one of these speaks to you. And so one of them did a Roomba with a view, and just, just,
Oh my God.
I was like, you got one? I was like, is that one? He's like, okay. I was like, I'm going to ask you your name, what your film, and what you did with it. And like, and it's funny, I didn't realize that because both of them are not filmmakers, neither one of them answered with what they did with it. They just answered like, what was your job on the thing? Like neither one of them understood that's what I was asking. So they just started to like go, this is how I did it. And I was like, oh, that's not what I meant. But and then the other guy picked was hoarding goats.
Oh, nice.
So I have this long list of like names of fake movies. One of them is Solitary and Alone on there too.
Oh, nice. That's a very old school reference to a very, very old video we made of fictional Tara's film poetry, basically. Like we wrote this. Well, you wrote the poem, I think, the Solitary and Alone.
I think I did, yeah.
And then we made
was very cheesy. It was as cheesy as possible.
Yeah, it was very bad. Well, we were doing so many student films at the time that we were just like ripping off of every bad student film trope we could think of, like the ball shot, there's always a ball sadly rolling away the street where
so I can't figure out why the internet's not doing still. Oh, gosh. Like what happened where in the house? Did the power go out and I just don't know it yet? No, because my computer would be off. Yeah, we filmed the entire thing, but the voiceover, we were never content with the way the voiceover turned out. And so it ended up just getting shelved.
Yeah.
It's like, it didn't have the intensity we wanted it to have. And and so it wasn't funny. Like it just didn't work out.
It wasn't funny. It's one of those, wouldn't it be cool if, and then it didn't work out. A Fox documentary of a Fox documentary, and inceptumentary. That's too many words. That's the making of the making of
the making of we have. Yeah.
And we have
and we also we have a sketch that we started trying to write that was the making, like a montage of making a montage.
Oh yeah. This is a montage. Oh my gosh, yes, like setting up the montage shot for the montage.
And the guy's like clipping.
Yeah.
It's old school.
Old school editing. Oh man, I still regret to this day when we were in Idlewild, I saw that incredibly old editing thing, like where you put the film on it and like actually cut it. And I still wish I had bought it. It was like $20 or 30. Yeah. 40. It was just enough that was like, do I really want this? But now I really wish I had bought it and stuck it somewhere in my house. There's old footage not edited. Oh yes. There's a plethora of like just old ideas of ours that didn't ever make the light of day. Like, did we ever even launch the original Imaginary Friends? Like the very, very, very first one? I don't think we did. I think
no, we filmed part 1 and then we didn't film 2 or 3. Yeah. No, we did film part 2. We filmed part 1 and we filmed part 2 and we didn't film part 3. Yeah. I don't think we finished part 2.
Yeah. I think we put it together part 1, but weren't happy with it either. So there's another that we just couldn't do it to the level that we wanted to do it to the the one that you guys see isn't even the original like concept.
Not even close. Like the only thing about it is like I have a large black imaginary friend named Tugi is like the only thing that stayed exactly the same. I think we kept the line. I think we actually, I don't know, stop holding your purse like that.
Yeah, we kept that line. That's the one line that made it. But everything else about it.
This is just how I hold my purse. Well, you look paranoid. I'm not paranoid. I'm cautious.
Yeah, that's it. That whole exchange. That's the only thing that made it from the original and Tugi's character. Yeah, my imagination changed completely into Sam. It was originally my friend Guru, who's this like 6'6" Sikh, and that's without the turban on. Like he's just a large man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a completely different thing. But that's sitting in a can somewhere. I don't.
Somewhere.
It's in a drive. I have all these drives that are all full
It's
of
in a can that we buried in the yard. It's a time capsule. No.
never to see the light of day.
I
Oh,
came across the Solitary and Alone script not too long ago. Like it was like in some when I was looking for there was something when we were going to do random words. Like, and I was looking for the footage for I came across the script for Solitary and Alone.
yeah.
I still laugh at it.
I still like, I'm having to go back in time and look for stuff for a secret thing that's happening in our world. And I still get so mad at myself. I'm like, why? Because even between now and the last 2 years, or even 3 of like storing our stuff, I still get mad at myself.
Yeah.
You really should be doing this step to make this part easier for yourself in the future. Like now that we have so many pictures and so many adventures and so many things, I'm like going back in time often and like, oh, it's like just like the other day, it's National Chocolate Milkshake Day. It'd be really great if I had made this easy for myself to re-pull up those photos, but it didn't. So now I gotta drive and go get it. And I'm just now like, hey, why don't you put that on the Dropbox so that you always have the pictures available? You don't need the whole entire project. I'm just so like still mad at myself for how I file things, but you'll learn.
Yeah. The hard way.
Yeah, the easy way, as they say in Back to the Future 3, 2.
I was like,
Yeah, there's a line in Back to the Future 2. But we can do this the hard way or the easy way. And that's always stuck with me because they knock them out and like you just hear the voice.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's the one that's like for whatever reason, like something small gets stuck in your head from a movie, and it's like the way a random character says something, and like no one else remembers, but for whatever reason you remember that. That's
right.
That's one of mine. So fun. All right. We're getting close to the 10-minute. My internal clock's all off. I heard Tara had a color-coded file system that doesn't place orange next to blue. It doesn't go next to blue. That's not how this works. All right, let's do a little bit of recapping for all the new folks in the room. We will not have a video launching tomorrow. Everything's fine, guys. There's just no video tomorrow. We will have an episode coming out next week. There are 2 options for what that video might be. We'll let you know what we go with, which
you'll find out when we find out.
We'll find out when we find out, which in purchasing, I don't know if you saw the receipt that got emailed to us in purchasing the item for the next video. I like over purchased because it felt weird to buy one. I was like, I'm just going to buy a couple of that I want. Those are not show. I put it on my card. Those are not show.
Oh, okay.
Those are me.
I figured you did grocery shopping at the same time.
Yeah, I didn't intend for that to like even be in the video but it is the same stuff. But I was like, oh, that sounds good. Oh, that one sounds delicious too. Let's just order all of this. I just went nuts. Like you do, though we can absolutely eat it off camera. And then we will not, most importantly, there will not be a Shush the Secret time next week because we will be traveling to Gig Harbor for the film festival. However, next week, there is going to be a glut of content coming out from our Instagram account, the Gig Harbor Instagram account, the Gig Harbor Facebook group. So go help us out. And go follow Gig Harbor on all those social media sites and then prepare yourself for the amount of pictures.
The onslaught.
Yeah, we're going to do a takeover of their Instagram account. And then there's just going to be a slew of stuff coming out. We will try to do a live stream from something at the festival, but we can't guarantee it. We learned last year that it's like,
we're not doing a live stream the way we did a live stream last time.
Like that.
We might do live interviews.
Yeah, live interview. Yeah. There might be something live that happens from the festival.
We're going to try to do our interviews live, but it just depends on what the availability of internet cha-cha-cha is.
As you can see, traveling with Wi-Fi is not always the best. Associa Unksimo, welcome. He says, good evening. Where are you hailing from? It seems like a place
evening
on the opposite side of the world. I'm driving back.
Where are you coming to us from?
Says Shannon. So that's going to be next week. So yeah, no shush, but we will have a glut of things coming out. So you won't miss this. And then if you don't follow us on Instagram already, please do, because I'm going to be posting our Instagram travel goofery and our Instagram stories. That's where the travel vlog will be. That's where the airplane footage will be, Desiree. If you want that airplane footage, I'm going to put it there. I will film it just for you and put it there, just for you.
You know what? I filmed some amazing footage from an airplane not too long ago, and I don't know what I was like, and it was just this like moment of zen where it was the way the cloud was going over the plane, and it was raining, and so you watched like the water, like you watched it change, and then we went through the rain clouds and like up to and I was like, I had this whole thing and I don't know what I did with it. Like, where did I remember going, this is so cool, while I was filming it with this idea that I was going to post it. When was that? What plane was I on? Where? How long ago? I don't know. Like, I don't even know how I'm going to go to the Google and go airplane and see if it pulls it up. Clouds.
I keep doing this thing where I take, like, I've just gotten so bad about posting on my own personal Instagram account where I like months will go by and I'm like, I haven't posted anything ever, but I take the pictures to do it. And then they just sit in my phone, and then I'm cleaning out my phone and I'm like, oh, this is a cute picture of me, I want to post it. But now I feel weird posting this thing.
You have to nestle it within other things. Like, you know, just do a photo dump of a month.
Yeah.
You know,
like everyone else.
Yeah. Can I tell you about this concert I went to last week?
No.
So Justin, like the day before I was leaving, Justin and I decided to try to go to this little outdoor concert thing. It was called Burgers, Bikes, and Bands or something like that. And it's and you're supposed to bicycle there. It's out like it's at Red Acre Farm out in Enoch. That's the smaller town that's right next door to Cedar City. Anyway, and the band was called Snarlin' Yarn or something like that. They were a bluegrass band, and it was so promising. Like, the guy had the overalls, he had a little curly mustache, they had all the right instruments, they all looked perfect. She had a flowy dress on and a hat, she had her violin. And I hope they're not watching this, because none of them could sing a freaking lick. Like, they were so bad. And so Justin and I are sitting there watching, and I was like, you know what, bluegrass is okay. You don't need to be able to sing, as you know, like they could all play instruments. That was great. But then they also it was all original songs. And the first song was very promising. It was about that day that you always forget, Trash Day. And so it was a song about forgetting. Very fun, very fun. However, the rest of them were not fun. The rest of them were like about being free in your car and very hippie. And then on top of that, so now they can't sing, they can't write lyrics. There are now mosquitoes out. The line for the burgers was an hour long, so we weren't going to get these burgers. And then part of the band is, there's one guy up there who actually looked like Jason C. Brown, but super drunk. And didn't play an instrument. His job was, he did improv poetry in the middle of each song.
I'm out.
Yeah, it was like, how does this train wreck get worse? And I was like, I don't know what's happening in the world. Like, how did your bluegrass band decide they needed like improv poetry in the middle of, like, how does anybody decide that they need improv poetry? Like, how does that happen, let alone a bluegrass band?
It's me uncomfortable. That this is so judgy, but like spoken word stuff, and like, I'm sorry, anybody out here who loves this stuff, you can like whatever you want. I get as uncomfortable as I do at like interactive plays. I'm like, I'm really uncomfortable right now. Like, I don't want to play anymore. No.
And but like, it'd be different if he had written poetry for it, but like, he's just like saying words that don't belong together in the middle to a beat. And I'm
doing like some Bob Dylan stuff.
Yeah. And you're just like, what is, I can't, it's long enough ago that I've blocked it out what it was, but it was like, traveling, the road's thick, the road goes up. Yesterday I went to the store, bananas are good. Like, you're like, oh, what is
My God,
happening?
bananas are good. They are good. Welcome, Ben. Also,
Anyway.
welcome, Prize Pig. Prize Pig, I don't recognize your handle, but I feel like I know your icon. Prize Pig asked Cedar City. My folks live in Cedar.
Oh, really? Yeah, we just moved
yeah.
there, Justin and I. But yeah, so it was exciting. And
He also says y'all need culture. I mean, I got culture. I'm also allowed to like and dislike what I want stuff.
yeah,
I don't like spoken word. It makes me uncomfortable. Anyways.
It's always so intense. Like, spoken word is always like trying to like.
And maybe that's it. Yeah, I don't remember for me. It's not for me. Oh, he's gone by a few names in this chat. Okay, that's probably what it is. Price Pig has gone by a couple of different handles, so that makes sense. We encourage the changing of handles. It's very fun. I got a 4-minute warning here for Joke Corner. 4-minute warning for Joke Corner. Seeing as it's going to be National Double Cheeseburger Day tomorrow, I would love your burger jokes. Is our theme. Burger jokes, please and thank you. Mostly because I'm really kind of hungry now.
I had 2 Paul's burgers the other day.
Cool.
Allegedly, Ben and I might go to a place where there's dollar burgers during happy hour tonight. Maybe. We haven't solidified that. I have to figure out what I have to do.
Mattingly and Jason, I gotta work tomorrow, but Mattingly and Jason might pop in and get our burger for National Double Cheeseburger. We'll see. Those two are always like, yeah, we're gonna stop it. I'm like, yeah, sure you are.
Yeah, sure you are.
Yeah, sure you are. Prize Pig is you're doing it wrong. That's who it is.
Oh.
Hey, you're doing it wrong. How are you? Spoken word isn't hard at all. It's remembering what I said that's hard. Yeah. I never remember what I said. That's not true. I remember exactly what I said, especially in an argument, because I probably rehearsed my speech for the argument for like 2 days before I made sure every word was perfect. Got exactly my meaning. Good luck arguing against me. Really good dollar burgers. Oh, that sounds awesome. I'm very jealous.
Is that Ben? Is Ben here?
Ben, he's in. He just walked in the door.
Hi, Ben.
Natalie and Justin are famous in my life for making stuffed cabbages. Like they've encouraged, they always talk about this stuffed cabbage recipe that they make. So I finally sat down. No, I didn't sit. I finally got around to making.
Stood in my kitchen and made.
Oh my God, they were so good. I found like a Greek recipe for it that's got like dill and mint in it. It was so good. And I didn't realize, I really thought that this was going to be more complicated than it was. Like making, oh my gosh, it's so easy. I was like, I'm done.
The cabbage is the hard part, is getting it to like wrap right, like not fall apart or not.
Yeah, I watched a bunch of like Greek moms doing their tricks for the cabbage, like how to get it off of there and like then how to wrap it and stuff. And I was like, bam, done, easy, highly recommend.
I like Justin makes them with pork. And then we put them in the fridge. When I'm in keto, we put them in the fridge and I just snack on them for like the rest of the week.
Yeah, heck yeah,
yum.
So good. Hey, Sovereign Bear, thanks for this corner of the interwebs. You're welcome, Sovereign Bear. Good to see you in the
Hi,
chat.
Sovereign Bear.
2-minute warning joke corner. I will take your burger jokes as our theme today.
I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
Right? Oh, I'm so hungry now. That's really not helping at all.
I know, I was starving when we started. That's why we opened with me like inhaling someone else's Apple Jacks. I really hope these Apple Jacks were meant for the house.
I'm sure they were. Any mini box is a house box.
Mini boxes are things you buy for the house, right? Like, like someone, absolutely. This was craft services type of thing, right?
You bought a mini box and like someone ate your mini box, you kind of can't be upset because the connotation of the mini box.
Okay. You can't, you don't, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm making up rules. My favorite burger joint, made famous on diners and drives, has closed permanently. Oh, summertime. I'm sorry. That sucks. I hate when that happens. I lived in burger joints growing up. Where did you put your bed, Blair?
Yeah,
on the fryer.
Smells funny.
That smells funny. Interesting scent you got, Blair. It's fried.
I was gonna try to get over to Dottie's while I was over here, the Dottie's Diner, but it's only open until 1:30 every day. which is not like a terrible thing. I've just been,
But
doing work in the morning and not leaving here until about then,
when you
because
guys,
my call time's been like 2:30 each day.
yeah. All right, guys, joke corner. There is a format to joke corner. Please write the word joke so that I catch it. If I don't see it, then maybe one reason why. The other reason why is the bots don't like a word that you use. You can ask David Faith all about that. He can tell you how difficult it is to about the bots. Change your E's to 3s. All right, let's go. David Faith, how do Natalie and Justin find new cows to buy?
On the stock market.
On the black cattle market.
Cattle market.
They look through the catalog.
Ah.
I can't find my Gone in 60 Seconds DVD. It was here a minute ago. Right. David, son, mom, can I get TikTok? Me, oh my God, whispering to wife. At his age, shouldn't he be calling it a clock by now?
Oh my God.
David, what's the last thing Tickle Elmo receives before leaving the factory?
His voice box.
2 testicles.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, that's what I said. Lito, how do you make a cheeseburger sad?
You take away its cheese and then it's just a burger and it's so
I'm just a burger and cheese alone in this run. Make it with blue cheese.
Oh.
David Faith, welcome to salsa class. Who's ready to learn how to dance? Me hiding a bag of tortilla chips. I think there's been a misunderstanding.
I want to go to a salsa class that is just chips and dip.
Where's the
You just sit there. You tell us how to make the salsas.
Derek Ward, what is the opposite of formaldehyde?
Formaldehyde.
Casual Jekyll. Casualty Jekyll.
Formal hide. Casual Jekyll. Yeah, got it.
Ben, I tried a burger joint once. I had munchies afterwards. Ed, how does a pitcher strike out the batter in Burgerland?
I don't know.
He throws 3 meatballs.
Now we're just getting silly. Come on.
Restaurant bathrooms are really, really dangerous. So many of my first dates have gone to use them and vanished.
Oh no. Send a search party.
Search party. I think my wife is putting glue on my antique firearms. She denies it, but I'm sticking to my guns.
Oh my gosh. Who is that?
That was David.
Who is that?
Who is that? David, apparently to start a zoo, you need at least 2 pandas, a grizzly, and 3 polar bears. It's the bare minimum.
Bare minimum.
Eric Ward, I hope
it's
the bots. Oh, what is Peter Pan's favorite place to eat out?
Don't. I know that one.
David, if you ever get chased by a pack of taxidermists, never ever play dead.
Oh, that's not
Somebody
good.
keeps sending me flowers with all the heads cut off. I think I'm being stalked, which that happened to me. Not
really,
not the sending flowers part, but this woman who was, it's a long freaking story, but anyway, she was stalking me basically, and I was living at my parents' place at the time, and we had these 2 pots of flowers on the porch, and every day I would come home, and it took a while to notice, but there'd be 1 less flower head on the pots until they were all gone, and we finally figured out it was her sneaking over and cutting off 1 head off of the flowers, right?
What a weirdo.
Yeah. Oh, it got real weird. Real weird.
What a weirdo.
Yeah, these are stories from Tara's past. They're like, oh, that's why you're so odd, Tara. Let's see. If you ever, nope, let's terminate. We had to jump. My biggest fear of a self-driving car is that if I would die on the way to work, the car would still drive me there. He who inherits a dairy farm is a dairy heir.
Yes, those are just facts.
Oh my God, I think this is gonna be funny. Splenda daddy, a man who tries to be a sugar daddy but just doesn't have the funds to pull it off.
Oh, Splenda's not cheap.
Actually, yeah, it's not. My boss hates it when I shorten his name to Dick, especially as his name is Matthew.
You can't do that. You're gonna get fired.
You're gonna get fired. Bigfoot often gets confused for Sasquatch, yet he never complains.
Oh, he's very sweet.
I have a pet tree. It's like having a pet dog, except the bark is quieter.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like not. I don't want a yappy one. And I don't want one of those dogs that has the high pitched bark too. Like, what's that about? Like,
yeah. What's that?
what is that about? Like, what?
What's
It's
with
often-
all these high-pitched dogs? Sorry.
it's often the what is it? A German Shepherd. It's like get that little whoo, like this this squeak where they're trying it's like they're trying to control it.
Yeah. They're trying to like not bark as
But
loud.
also it's like it's really piercing.
Yeah. Oh my God, I dog sit for these two really big pit bull dogs.
Mhm.
I don't know, they're big dogs, but they do that. They don't want to, they know they're not supposed to bark, but I'm trying to teach one of them Dracarys. So if I say Dracarys, which is the Game of Thrones dragon thing, I want it to bark when I do that. And it goes, it's so freaking cute because I know you're allowed to bark right now. I'm encouraging it.
This is when you're allowed.
Yeah, this is the allowed time. It's very, very sweet. I figured that out. I was like, oh, that's what's going on. Today, I decided to visit my childhood home. I asked the residents if I could come inside, and I was feeling nostalgic. They refused and slammed the door on my face. My parents are the worst. Ed Keaton, what do they say about the noise at the Burgerland Super Bowl?
It's a whopper.
Oh, I like that. It's a whopper. It's pandemonium.
Okay.
Justin's here.
Justin's
got his joke. I once told Natalie her eyebrows were too high. She seemed surprised. I also hid the scissors for a couple of weeks.
You're dead. Not funny, Justin. Not funny.
You didn't want to make it when she gets back to town.
He's not going to tell that joke while I'm in the other room.
Oh, yeah, no. Doc, we're just waiting for your x-ray, blonde, but I never dated a Ray.
Oh no.
Doc, and I think we need a brain scan.
While we're at it.
Stubborn Bear, why do cows just stand lazy on the range?
I don't know.
All they say is move. Contradiction. David, my wife just found out that I replaced our bed with a trampoline. She hit the roof.
She was not thrilled.
Not thrilled. Laughter is the best medicine, unless you have diarrhea. It reminds me of a different joke, but okay. Christian Hansen, I have a pet rocket. It gives me I have a pet rocket. It gives me the silent treatment, but not too hard to understand its nooks and crannies. Maybe this wasn't a joke. I have a pet rock. First off, Miss Reed, dyslexia. It happens at least once a time, not 5. I have a pet rock. It gives me the silent treatment, but not too hard to understand its nooks and crannies.
Okay. That makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense.
I ruined your joke. I'm so sorry. So, can a hamburger marry a hot dog?
No. Next.
They. Only if they have a frank relationship.
No.
David, I don't know who needs to know this, but even if a bear wears socks and shoes, he still has bare feet.
He does. That's
Does.
true.
That's facts. All right, this is gonna be we're gonna do these last two. I'm gonna go to Ben. What do you call a laughing motorbike?
I don't know.
A Yamaha ha 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 ha.
Yamaha.
All right, the last one, Ben. Joke. What show is about the origin of McDonald's burger?
What show is about the origin of the McDonald's burger?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yellowstone.
A Yellowstone.
I mean, I guess because Yellowstone has cows.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure. It's a
yeah.
movie. It's a show about burgers. I mean, it could be a show. Okay, got it. Yes.
Then we'll
Yes.
explain to you over burgers. All right, guys,
Sure.
we're gonna wrap it up. We got a little bit of work to do, and Natalie's got some living to do while she's in town and has a day off. Thank you so much for joining us. Reminder: there'll be no episode tomorrow. We will not have a Shush Secret Time next week, but we will have a plethora of fun stuff coming out on the Instagram and Gig Harbor's Instagram next weekend. So hang out for that.
And there is an episode next week.
Oh, there is an episode next week.
Yes, but we don't know what it is yet.
We don't know what it is. We love commitment, guys. It's our
You
favorite.
guys will figure it out.
All right, guys. See y'all next time. Bye.
Bye. Oh.
And we're clear.